Romans chapter 3, verses 10 through 17 says, "None is righteous. No, not one. No one understands. No one seeks for God. All have turned aside. Together they have become worthless. No one does good, not even one. Their throat is an open grave. They use their tongues to deceive. The venom of asps is under their lips. Their mouth is full of curses and bitterness. Their feet are swift to shed blood. In their paths are ruin and misery. In the way of peace they have not known." This really should have been the first question I addressed on this channel. I mean, the name of the channel is All Are Broken. However, the difference between this question and the rest of the questions I'll be going over on Sundays is that this question is more of a direct statement. I'll be skipping most of the wondering and jumping right into explaining why all are broken. The profile picture of this channel is Gollum from The Lord of the Rings holding the one ring above his head as he sinks into the lava of Mount Doom. This image represents the human condition and the state we continuously find ourselves in. We may want to compare ourselves to a Frodo, or more likely a Sam, but in the end, all have behaved just as Gollum had. Frodo could not rid himself of the ring, nor could Isildur, and everyone who came into possession of it claimed it for themselves, loving it more than life itself. For those who are unaware, the One Ring is a representation of sin. Tolkien was a big-time Catholic, and much of Lord of the Rings takes imagery, symbolism, and theological ideas from the Bible. At the end, when Frodo and Gollum wrestle over the ring, they both fall over the edge. However, it was Gollum who chased the ring into the fire, while Frodo was spared. It was a genuine, certified miracle that Frodo survived, and the reason they ended up falling off the edge was because the god of the Lord of the Rings universe, Eru Ilúvatar, pushed them. None could destroy the ring. Each was too corrupted to ever do it. But God stepped in and destroyed the ring, saving Frodo, but allowing Gollum to fall with the ring. This illustration that Tolkien painted is the relationship that humans have with sin and with God. When I say all are broken, I do not only mean that we make mistakes or we do bad things every once in a while. I mean that whether you are Christian or not, we are all evil. Yes, evil. Not just kind of bad, not just better than the next man. Genuinely evil. Now, we may not be evil in the eyes of society, or friends, or family, or perhaps even in our own eyes. However, God looks at humans through the lens of Christ. If we do not reach that standard of perfection, then we will fail to reach heaven. And the reality is that no man can reach heaven under his own strength. In fact, humans reject God time and time again. The Bible is not a story of many heroes. The Bible is a story of a bunch of evil, sick, depraved, and sinful individuals who God worked through to bring forth the real hero of the story, Jesus. But we desire heroes. We want to be a hero. And there is nothing wrong with trying to be like Christ. However, there is something wrong if you believe you are Christ, that you are your own Savior, that you never do wrong, that you are generally a good person, only making a few mistakes in life. The only true mistake in life is making the mistake that it is by your efforts that you get into heaven, or that it is by your efforts that you become a certified good person. This is not to say that people are incapable of doing good. However, it is to say that we are very capable of doing evil, and evil defined by God rather than by man is something we do on a daily basis. We are all broken. We all need a Savior, but that Savior cannot be your family, or society, or your girlfriend, or the government. None of these people or entities can save you from death. Not just the physical death, but the spiritual death, the death of the soul. If you find a way to live forever on this plane of existence, I'll hear you out. But I know, and you know, that is not possible. The only question you need to ask is, what happens when I die? Not if you die, when you die. Because if this question goes unanswered, or you come to the wrong conclusion, you will chase that ring into the fire. Although all are broken, each can be repaired to be like Christ. That is why Jesus came down from heaven, lived the life we could not live, died the death we should have died, but rose from the dead 3 days later, defeating death and making the unrighteous righteous.